Hi, thank you for checking out my channel and the Persona Rerun project. If you are enjoying it, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with any friends who might be interested in Persona. I am also live on Twitch at twitch.tv/MacTheVoid, as well as have a coffee. Otherwise, we'll get right into it. Thanks. I should have looked on the calendar and seen if exams were coming up.
Hey, did you hear?
Did you hear about Mochizuki-kun in Class 2F? His parents got transferred again, so he won't be around anymore.
What?
Oh my god, really? So that's why he was absent yesterday.
But like,
Who would have thought he'd managed to fit in so quickly in just 1 month? Talk about mysterious. Yep. Bummer. I think that's the wrong move, is like not in terms of lore, but in terms of like actual game. I think he should still be in the class to like really drive home like the tragedy of what's going on here. Right? Like, so have him still be like part of the class and trying to be a person living life for the next month, you know? Really drive in the knife. Know what I mean? Thanks. I really enjoy when we get to talk up there.
please don't laugh at this, okay? The other day, I let Yukari-chan try a new dish I made. She liked it so much, she ended up eating it all. So I told her it was meant to return the favor for what everyone's done for me. But she got really confused and asked me what favor this was about. It didn't seem like she had any idea what I was talking about, so I told her the whole story. And when I finished, she burst out laughing. She told me I didn't need to do anything like that. She said, when you're friends, you don't keep score.
I mean, she's right.
I've been lying this whole time. To you and to myself. I don't think it was actually ever about repaying everyone. I am grateful, but that's not what I really wanted to say. What I really want is just to be with everyone. Forever. The truth ended up being so much simpler, and I just wanted to make that clear. I've just never had the confidence to be honest about my feelings. So I wanted to say I'm sorry for dragging you into this lie.
I mean, that's hardly like
And
a lie.
I
You're
know I don't really have the right to
showing
ask
gratitude
this.
with like the means to the end
I
of
hope you and I can
continuing to be
continue
friends. Yeah.
friends.
Here's to us.
Yes, here's to us. I think I'm going to try and be more accepting of who I am. And I'm not going to tell myself I'm worthless anymore. Because I have such wonderful friends all around me now.
Good. Fuka revealed her honest feelings to me. Seems we've grown closer. I got 0 points on that. So definitely throw more points at
Would you
Fuka.
maybe like to try cooking together sometime? I never asked because I assumed I'd be wasting your time. But I've always wanted to try cooking with a friend.
Sure thing.
Yes, thank you. I can't wait. And if we do a good job, it'd be nice if we could share what we made with everyone else.
I spent the day talking with Fuka. I should head back to the dorm. Not much doing here. I like. Oh, Void. Do you suppose? Oh, never mind. There's no point in asking such things. Are you scared?
No.
No, I don't think scared is the right word. I just can't seem to comprehend all that has happened. I thought I had become stronger after dealing with what happened to my father, but...
Hey!
Ryoji-kun... Oh, Lord. Ryoji-kun said the unification was interrupted. That's probably from what my dad did, huh? My dad stood up to the fall back then, so now it's my turn. Good attitude. Akutsuki and my grandfather both accepted the fall as the rightful fate of the world.
They didn't believe the world was worth saving. What destroyed their hope for the future?
Hey.
I wanted to hear Natsuki-chan's voice, so I called her. She could tell that I was worried about something and asked me what was wrong. How could I tell her the world's ending soon? I just don't know what to do.
So,
I was just hoping this was all a bad dream. I remember the other day I wished everything was a dream.
I think.
Thinking about it isn't going to change anything. So I'm going to train. That's all I can do at this point.
I mean, true.
The nighttime of love, the sun and on bond, anytime sunrise, yeah, I'm down. Sit back, relax to the sound that goes around,
Round and round.
Just said, hey, feeling the fire with the
I need to go buy more dating site URLs.
but we will chill today. Let me rock the world tomorrow.
I did a real bad job with Fuka, so I'm gonna be putting more points into her. Gonna pump her full of points. Dumb. Fuck off. All right. Done late. I should head back to my room. Ketchikan is so impressive. Can't believe he's still in high school. Did you watch that TV special about the heroes who took down the Phantom Thieves? I saw it too. It did make me like Akechi-kun more, but honestly, I'm really a big fan of Shido-san. I'd follow him no matter where he went if he was my boss. God, can't these people see past their own fat noses? They're crazier about Shido than ever. And I think about how he used us. Damn it. It pisses me right the hell off. Well, it'll be fine. Better his rep gets, the more I look forward to tearing it down. We'll make him own up to all this bullshit. Then they'll see who the real heroes are.
Hey.
Oh, good luck today. My reading told me that you have good luck today. Shall we do a test? Oh. Who are you people watching? Yeah. No, I'll go hang out with you.
Indeed.
Have you decided on your plans for today?
Why?
What's your goal here? Slow down. There's something I'd like to try painting. Do you think you'd be free to help? Yeah.
I'm in your debt.
It'd be rather difficult to go by myself. Now then, our destination is Inokashira Park. Let us go.
Thank you.
Being out on the water in the middle of winter is crazy.
Thank you for your assistance today. After all, it'd be impossible to sketch while rowing.
I should bring a girl here.
What?
Girl? Does that mean you have a girlfriend? You should have mentioned sooner. This opportunity for a truly wonderful subject. That aside, I must thank you for your help today. This is an ideal location for my next motif.
Look at all the ducks. They're so cute.
Don't get excited, you'll fall off, you know. Perfect, this is it. My previous painting captured only one aspect of the heart, desire. Such, I was unable to arrive at a truly authentic representation. This is why we have come today. I shall paint a second aspect, burning passion between man and woman. Fittingly, our theme today will be the wonders of love. You too, whoops. While I draw, ensure the boat remains as steady as possible amid these devilish ripples. On this angle, incredible. That bashful side profile, those moist eyes, their overflowing passion is wholly evident. They're akin to Adam and Eve. Yet in all time, all lovers must come to know the pain of separation. Separation is the natural end to any such relationship, but even before that, love endures. Precisely. This is the truth of the human heart. It will make the most wonderful painting. I don't have the actual voice for Yusuke right now, so please bear with.
It shall be adored by all who gaze upon it. I may even be given top prize in the next exhibition. Now is not the time to be thinking of such trivial matters.
Hey,
Please remain still. What? Return to your prior angle. I must capture your profile. What the hell are you doing? Rejoice, for I shall preserve your beautiful love so that all coming generations may bask in its glory. Once I complete this painting, you will become new legends in the art world, a modern Adam and Eve. Legends? Art? This dude's off his rocker. Come on, let's report him. Hold on a sec, are you drawing us? What, you're using us as models?
yes.
A man and a woman intimately swaying in a dinghy of dreams. Blush at their cheeks, the bashful looks. Yes, this is the love I so emphatically was searching for. Oh. I guess you could call it that, but it's kind of weird. It's familiar love. A familial love. This here's my sister. I told you I didn't want to come here with you. The only ones who do this crap are stupid couples. I've always dreamed of coming to Tokyo and riding a boat here. I was supposed to be with my boyfriend, not my brother.
How could this be?
Familial. So that overflowing passion was just a figment of my imagination? Seems my bias has caused me to overlook the truth of the matter. Love comes in all forms. Love is a broad, multifaceted beast. This only serves to prove how narrow my perspective can be.
I see.
So I think there is something here. Like I think that Yusuke's like apart from how he started, right? And I'm recollecting about how he started because there's a viewer who's going through the backlog and will leave comments, and I really appreciate it, and it's so sweet. But like all of a sudden a comment will pop up from like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, and a video from then, and I'll go back and look, and I'm like, what the fuck were we talking about back then? You know, when we have people who comment, you know, within the first few weeks of a video coming up, I'm like, oh, I still kind of remember what this was about. I have to go and go back to the video and watch part of it to be like, what are they they brought up Yusuke and that they like Yusuke better in the spin-offs. And so I'm excited to see that. But I don't like his character arc as a whole. I don't like it in terms of like his placement in the story. I don't like how he in the mainline story, how he's introduced, his lack of reflection after the fact. But even this storyline, I don't like very much overall. Of like the and his whole attitude of like, oh, art should just be for art, and therefore money should be separate, and I shouldn't be trying. You know, I'm an artist, but you know, I think the part that annoys me about all of that is that it feels very Rent coded. If you've ever seen Rent, right, where they're like, we're the starving artists, and because that's what being an artist is about, is starving, right? And it's like, no, you're not. You're only a sellout if you compromise like the artistic vision for money, not because you got paid for your artistic vision, right? Like there's a distinction there. But like Rent doesn't get that, like to the point where like one of the main characters, I fucking hate Rent, and I think Yusuke is like the encapsulation of a Rent ass motherfucker. You know, like if Yusuke was into musicals and was like a musician and not an artist, his favorite musical would be Rent, and that pisses me off. Like the exploitation of the AIDS epidemic, where it's not actually saying much. The fact that one of the characters in there is like hides her, like she's like positive for HIV and hides it, and she's treated and like the guy who has another guy has HIV, right? And he's like, this is why we can't have sex, and I'm not doing drugs anymore, and I would pass it to other people, and he's being responsible about it, and she's hiding it from him, and everyone's treating him like, no, you're too afraid to open up and be with this girl. And it's like, no. Like what are you talking about? That's not what that is at all. which fucking sucks in its own thing. And like it's a very sophomoric look at like what it feels like it's written by people who want to cater to like socialists and leftists and you know, communists, and who don't understand any of those philosophies. Like it's like they took the talking points of like media and like the Red Scare and stuff of like as like actually what anything is, you know, and was like, okay, so we're gonna cater to this perception of that. In addition to that, but like the filmmaker in that movie, like his parents are like, we want to reach out and like help support you, right? Like as you're doing, you know, you're going around filming things in the dumbest, stupidest way and exploiting actually poor people. But again, besides the point. And he's like, no, if you're supporting me, then I'm not like an artist. The whole part of it is being poor, essentially. And it's like, no, that's not. Oh, it's so frustrating. And like, beyond that, they only have one good song in that entire musical. Like the song that opens the second act, you know, that every choir sings at some point. Da, 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 da. Cut that part out. Hey, me, cut this out. I don't remember the numbers, but like how many seasons of love, right? Like that song. And I can't fully commit to singing it again because I don't want to disturb neighbors. I'm very much like a belter. So I'm sitting in my bed and not well supported. Whatever. All besides the point. He will like Rent, and I think that's why I hate him. And if you like Rent, don't tell me in the comments. I want to pretend like I'll still like you guys. So like if you like Rent, I don't want to hear it. Right? Keep it to yourselves. I'm not yucking anyone's yum. Just know that if you told me that, I would not interact. If I was on Tumblr, it'd be like, D&I, people who like Rent. Oh boy. And obviously I'm joking, okay? Like I'm a Redditor /S, okay. But yeah, no, fuck Yusuke, man. Whatever. This is all a huge side tangent. That I suddenly spiraled into hating Yusuke. Because all I was gonna say is like, I think there would be a really fun game or version of this where you're like an editor or a manager for an artist like Yusuke who like doesn't get it, and like the entire game is like finding ways to inspire them to do their art, or like, you know, an editor for mangaka or like, you know, something like that, where like your entire job is to inspire them to put out like these pieces of art. I think that would be a kind of a fun, like I think if you pull that out and put that into like I think if you pulled this scene out and put that into that type of game, I think it works. I don't feel like it provides anything to Yusuke like character arc. I guess like he slowly grows. Like this whole thing is about like his Madarame's betrayal of him, to like how he grows to be able to see that like desires aren't inherently bad unless they're warped, and like the human heart's not like just filled with greed and all this other stuff, and that there's a positive things to it. And I know like later certain stuff happens in his arc that I don't want to get into, that I'm sure people who have played and are fans of his arc will bring up as like a counterpoint to some of the shit I said earlier. But like it's just not. Whatever. Who cares? Perhaps the truth of the heart lies in the eye of the beholder. Mac, I feel as though I've learned something today.
All right.
Wait, so only couples write these things, right? That means those two. Shh, there are people from all walks of life here in the city. Oh, tell me more. What are you talking
Let us
about?
return home.
Oh well, come on, it's time we returned home. Please row us back to shore, Mac.
See you.
Mac, thank you for all your help today. I've certainly come to realize my lack of experience. It would seem I understand nothing of love after all. Though I've progressed by one step, there's no doubt I will face many difficulties moving forward. God, okay, can you imagine though, a manager game, right? Like there's idol management games or whatever of like artists or like where you're like an agent slash artist where or agent slash manager for these artists where you have like a character like you have a character like Futaba, you have a character like, you know, and the entire thing is like managing all their schedules individually, because like a lot of those idol management games and stuff, it's like, oh, you select the individual members and you can help level them up individually, but they work as a group. Instead, having it be like, oh no, they are all independent, but you only have so much time to spend with each of them to maximize each of their abilities, or like not their abilities, but like their I guess abilities to get stuff done, right? And like present it. And like if you want to add the agent aspect into it, it's like, how will they do there? And then like have an additional like extra time slot of like you having to go pitch it to different companies, pitch certain things to like the different museums, like in case of the artist, or like pitch it to all these other people, and like how difficult that is, it changed based off of how well those people did, as well as like and you could have an aspect of like trying to find like the right amount of like contract money to get for it that'll both motivate the artist while also getting your cut, while also that sounds like a fun game. You know, you have it run over the course of like 3 months or something like that, where you have like little vignettes for each character that could be put into a scene, but like you have to like schedule out according to both their actual schedule and yours. And like if you spend too much time with them, they don't have enough time to actually get the work done. But if you're not spending enough time with them, their pace falters. And each character would have a different like what helps and what doesn't, what their pace is at heightened motivation versus, right? Doesn't that sound like fun? When do I fully understand the heart? If I do understand it, will I ever truly be able to draw it? You lack love yourself. I see. So you're saying I should put more love towards my craft. Careless of me. I must take a step back and re-examine myself. Anyhow, today was a significant use of time. Impressive oarsmanship from your end as well. Impressive oarsmanship. I hope I can count on you next time as well. For now, farewell.
Ah, you're back.
All right. Oh, yes, the only one. Hey, Hifumi. How soon are we to your mom being? I'll go hang out with Hifumi, who is my girlfriend in a different reality.
What do you want to do? Yep.
Make sure your clothes.
Hi.
I don't have a star. Oh well.
Good evening.
Amici knows no standard moves. There are no set principles for victory. You must always seek to make the best move possible. Just continue to do what you think is right. I sense an ambitious spirit with you. I should have taken into account your improvement through our lessons. I have something in mind, but let's play match first. In fact, let's play right now. Yeah. After we finish the match, let's go to a secondhand bookstore. Oh, so we're barely at this one? That's a good match. I really do enjoy teaching you. You're such a quick learner. Today I thought we'd find something to help you train on your own. The bookstore is filled with shogi-related books. I've been coming here a lot lately. There's also a curry restaurant just around the corner. I recommend their katsu curry. I always eat katsu curry before an important match, for good luck. Ifumi.
Oh,
Hello. I hope your match today went well, or I hope your match went well today. What are you talking about? Today's our day off. My apologies. I forgot there aren't any matches scheduled for today. Out shopping with your boyfriend? How nice for you. I shouldn't be surprised. You are a famous shogi player after all. I won't intrude. Bye.
sorry.
She was only glaring at you because you're with me. She's my senior. I defeated her in a recent title match. Must have been the katsu curry. Actually, yes, I did have katsu curry before that match. The truth is, I'm not very well liked by my seniors. The more attention I get, the more enemies I make, and the more lies are spread about me.
Oh,
Perhaps it's odd to compare myself to them, but what if it's the same for the Phantom Thieves? People are so divided about them on the internet. Some love them, while others hate them. Can't help but see the similarities between us. What do you think about them? They're cool. Self-congratulatory asshole. Feel the same way, actually. Amazing they're still doing what they do, even though so many people criticize them. They give me courage. But their victories won't be won with will alone. How do they change a person's heart? Oh, I'm interested from a tactical standpoint and... Oh, I'm sorry. We really are quite off topic. Also, I've become much more talkative as of late. I usually don't talk this much. You're more than just someone I can practice at new moves with. You're someone I can
I
confide in.
look forward to it.
If you don't mind this sort of thing, I'd like to go out and chat with you again.
All right.
Oh yes, there's a book I'd love for you
Let's
to
go.
read. Let's go.
Until next time.
Hello, thank you for accompanying me today. My intention was to show you how great Jinbochu is, but I ended up just talking about myself. My apologies. I was shocked though. Ordinarily, I don't talk that much, I assure you. Perhaps it's because I never had friends at school who I could talk to about shogi. I hope this won't discourage you from spending time with me. Really, I'd be delighted to do this again. I'd love to. Thank you. Other than the used books in Katsukuri, there are many things I'd like to recommend in that city. If you have the chance, perhaps we can explore more of the city next time? I'm afraid I must go. I'll see you at the church.
Hi!
Without grasping at the real question to be
Akechi's so impressive. I can't believe he's still in high school. Did you watch the TV special about the heroes who took down the Phantom Thieves? I saw it too. It did make me like Akechi-kun more, which is funny because this would have aired yesterday. Yikes. But honestly, I'm more of a really big fan of Shido. If he was my boss, I'd follow him no matter where he went. And can't these people see past their fat noses? They're crazier about Shido than ever before. And I think about how he used us. Damn, it pisses me right the hell off. Well, it'll be fine. The better his reputation gets, the more I look forward to tearing it all down. We'll make him own up to all this bullshit, then they'll see who the real heroes are. Excuse me. Alright, time to send the calling card today, I guess. Oh, I don't think there's anything to do in Mementos but to get to the bottom as well.
Okay.
Once you decide to send this calling card, there will be no going back. Make sure you're fully prepared beforehand, okay? I know.
It's finally coming down to this. So, how are we gonna send the calling card?
It would be pointless to send it to the Diet Building.
And even if we handed it over to different media sources, who knows how it would be treated? The worst case scenario would be giving it to the police under the table.
What shall we do then?
Well, I have a solution, which ends up being what they had, what the game ends up doing. But I wish I could actually suggest it. But then again, it is good to have other characters allowed to like show their expertise, right? So I can't complain too much.
Cannon is ready.
Huh?
It's good to go. Look. Now, if I do this.
When did you make this?
You should have told us you were planning something!
To trick your enemies, you first gotta trick your allies.
How stylish.
It's kick-ass! This should work nicely.
Alright! It's time for people to start coming to their senses.
First start with national news. Since the young man suspected to be the leader of the Phantom Thieves died while in custody, the police have officially announced that these crimes have come to an end and assure everyone that the peace will be restored
Yo, what is up, everybody?
We are the ones who you all know as the Phantom Thieves.
And all of us are alive and kicking. But those shitty guys in power, they've been manipulating information to try and hide the truth.
What is this? Where's it coming from?
I don't know. We can't switch it out. Seems we aren't the only ones affected either.
So, before we appropriate our next target, we would like to first borrow your time. The recent scandals of public figures. What if that's just an effect? Psychotic breakdowns and mental shutdowns. These weren't caused by unknown reasons. One man is behind every single instance, simply to satiate his own greed.
Is this for real?
That man was afraid his crimes would be exposed and shifted the blame on us. He even manipulated the police for that.
We only steal the hearts of criminals. This asshole tried to dump what he did on us. That just shows he doesn't care about those
Are they
victims
stupid?
at all.
Shut everything down!
The identity of that cowardly man is...
What the hell? Who's getting good?
Ooh, the police reacted much faster than I thought. Too bad. I
The man behind it all is a current cabinet member of all things. The Minister of State for Special Missions, Masayo Shishido.
Everything that guy says is a lie. And to prove that, look, as you can see, all of us are alive and kicking. I'm sure the people investigating us can tell if this is a lie or not. Shido himself will soon confess all the crimes.
You think it's some kind of prank?
No way. Could this be real? Don't fly!
people!
What's going on?
We're not gonna sit back and watch some crook wreck this country just because of his goddamn ego.
I mean, this shit is really hype as fuck.
Hey, we can see his face.
Yes.
Yeah, and like
before that happens, we will take this country.
also like it is so ballsy to show your face, even that much with the mask is.
Yes, we're looking into it now. Please, if you would so kindly.
Very well. I'll crush them beneath my heel.
I mean, this shit really is just hype as hell, though, huh? Like, this is what, like, all this other shit that's been leading up to it should have been like this. But, you know, this point is cool as shit.
Put that notice out.
Ooh, whoops, I forgot that it wasn't Royal.
What did they mean when they said nobody has died? Could they have installed a new leader just to threaten us and Shido?
We're going to check with the different departments. Excuse me. Yes?
What? How can that be?
The Phantom Thief's corpse seems to be missing from the morgue.
Didn't your men check the death certificate and carrier documents?
Yes, but,
Give me a straight answer.
Perhaps this Phantom Thief tricked us with his bizarre powers. Maybe he just made us think he had died.
Who made those documents? Who was there at the scene of the suicide?
Find a way to stop a change of heart! Don't we have Wakaba Ishiki's research materials? And what about Akechi? Where did that useless brat go? He must have run away knowing he failed. Bring him here when you find him! Got that?
I'll erase any who gets in my way, just as I've always done.
Where is the Phantom Thief's body?
Phantom Thief? Body?
This isn't the time for games.
I really don't know what you're speaking of. Oh, but that reminds me. I received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves. But everything from then on is a blur. No. Could I have done something wrong? Then
Hey!
Did the Phantom Thieves get to her?
Don't tell me. Was your heart... Could this be true, Nijima?
What have I done?
The Phantom Thief! He's alive!
Even so, how did he escape from the station?
It doesn't matter. We must catch him. We can't let this get out. Not only was the suicide announcement false, but he got away on top of that. We'll have
It's
to
kind of
interrogate
gotten
you
out.
as a key witness.
Why me?
Check the documents you created. You may remember something once you look at them. But even if you can't recall, all responsibility for his escape rests squarely on your shoulders.
I'm sorry, I honestly don't know what's going on here.
You're the last person to talk to that Phantom Thief. You have to clean up your boss's mess. If you're going to resent someone, resent your dead director.
Is illness really what killed him? Do you think his death was truly due to illness?
That doesn't matter.
I mean, it does, because you all are on the chopping block.
Promise.
Very well. It's all up to you now, everyone.
Police officials are said to be currently reviewing the facts of the Phantom Thieves' notice, and...
Welcome.
Search the place. You're Sojiro Sakura, yes?
Who the hell are you?
Where are the Phantom Thieves?
Oh, you mean those guys they've been talking about on TV?
Don't play dumb with me.
This is obstruction of business, you know.
We've investigated this thoroughly.
Is this the only way you do things?
They're not upstairs.
Where are the Phantom Thieves?
If you're not a customer, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
He's an accomplice. Take him away.
Do they not have warrants in Japan?
You're just some useless criminal's lapdog. Justice isn't on your side.
The notice put forth by these so-called Phantom Thieves is absolutely groundless. It is nothing more than a wicked terrorist act aimed at obstructing the elections. What we need now is a powerful, unyielding leader. I am willing to risk my life to fight them.
Oh, which one is right? Shido or the Phantom Thieves?
I hear what Shido-san is saying, but is it true?
But why does she have to be described as the plump housewife?
Your actions are gravely serious crimes. You are rebelling against the laws of this country and unnecessarily causing alarm among its citizens. I call on you to surrender yourselves at once and apologize to the people of this proud nation.
Like, there was no call to their, like, morality. It was a call to authority of law. Like, and, like, you know, as we've seen, laws aren't always just, that they are just part of the social contract, which has been betrayed in the first place. So, like, that's like number one thing of like, oh yeah, you're actually evil. Is you're like, you're not saying, not only is it not true, but that, like, which he did lead with, right? But like, his call isn't like, please turn yourselves in and you know, recount on your lies and you know, call to like their moral center. Instead, he's like, you're breaking the law and causing unrest. And it's like, yeah, there should be unrest.
The Phantom Thieves cut into a live broadcast signal, didn't they? They're crazy.
But don't you think that Shido looks like a criminal too?
Oh, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it is kind of like the fire hose of falsehoods style attitude of like, if we just keep inundating them, and they have, like, they constantly inundating people with like different lies and different things and different.
I
like,
hope they catch them soon.
Eventually, people just want the calm to return, even if it's like false.
Apologize? Quite the funny joke.
Who is the real criminal here? A lot of people are gathered here.
Our calling card has had a tremendous effect.
I'm real proud of that one.
All they're doing is making noise, though.
Seriously, they should just go home and sleep.
Even after what happened, not many people want to see Shido have a change of heart. What we're about to do is just, right?
It is. I don't think they'll see soon.
That's right. Have we ever acted outside of the scope of justice?
You have a point.
Hey, look over there.
To think he'd actually go after Masayoshi Shido. Youth is incredible. This has me excited as well. That boy really keeps the news rolling in.
She doesn't notice we're here, right? That keen...
Oh, whoops.
Whoa, why's Mishima here? Man, that kid's impressive.
The Phantom Thieves are just. I guarantee it. Now that's what I like to hear.
There may not be many of them, but we have to cherish our fans. Let's go change Shido's heart.
If only I were 20 years younger.
Your victory is certain.
Isn't this crazy? The Phantom Thieves are totally insane! Aw, I wish I'd gone straight home. I could have seen it in person in Shibuya that way. To think he would turn out to be such a troublemaker.
Hey, wasn't there a rumor going around that the Phantom Thieves were murdering people?
Murdering people?
I knew they were no good the moment that stuff came up. I bet they're just a bunch of scumbags.
Oh, I see. That's scary.
They just don't get it.
All right, so I guess it's the same day, and I guess I should have known that, but it is still weird. All right. Oh, I'm gonna save here.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Somewhere. Shido!
Where did you lowlifes obtain that power? Not that it matters.
Oh, it's so interesting, and I never put this together.
I'm willing to listen.
But like his glasses being the same shade as like Shadow's eyes, and like his sunglasses being able to kind of like it's still obvious, but like semi being able to hide it just because of the shade of it. Like it's obvious to us, but it would kind of blend in. I think that's interesting, like in his character design, even from like the actual version of him, right? Like I know they didn't use it for like a twist of like the Shadow version's the one outside or whatever, like, but which I think is smart. But I think like even though he's like shaped like a villain is the best way I could put it, like the strong jaw, but like a goatee and bald and just evil facial structure. And maybe not facial structure, but like evil expressions is probably the best way to put it. Kind of like in the way that like people's faces reflect the emotions they felt more throughout their life, right? Like heavily wrinkled and scowling versus, you know, laugh lines and crow's feet and, you know, all of that, right? Not to say people who have or who, the like scowl lines are evil or whatever. My grandpa has a lot like that because he's always been very thoughtful and fussy, but like scowls a lot, even though he's very kind and funny and smart. You know, I'm probably gonna have scowl lines as I get older. But like, you know, he's designed like a villain, so we know from the get-go. But I think that the glasses are an interesting touch on top of that, almost like he's aware of that nature.
What did you do to Akechi? He was your own son.
I had a feeling it was something like that. He reminded me too much of that woman. I also have an idea as to why he approached me. He was hoping to trap me, was he not? He was sharp, but in the end he was just a kid. I controlled him merely by offering praise. I intended to dispose of him as soon as I became Prime Minister.
But weren't you talking about your business continuing? How were you going to do mental shutdowns without him?
What?
I could never keep someone with such intimate knowledge of my past alive. What an ace detective. He was standing beside me all this time, yet couldn't see through my plans. His destroying himself saved me quite a bit of effort, though.
How could you? You stole my mom's research and took her life!
Everything you've done has been for your own selfish gains.
Yeah, he's aware of that. He just doesn't care.
You even killed my father. I will never forgive you.
Sacrifices are inevitable in the path of reform. I only require that the foolish entrust themselves to their superiors. I shall guide them.
The hell makes you think you're so much better than everyone else?
You never would have been able to make it this far without Akechi's help!
He only appeared because of the expectations God held for me. Moreover, it was thanks to me that Akechi was able to properly use his power to begin with. The changing of hearts that you've been doing was nothing more than provoking the public.
How selfish! You were unable to win by honest means, so you used foul tricks to ascend the political ladder.
A cruel person like you has no right to stand leading the citizens of this country. You're nothing but a criminal who rose above others by climbing a staircase of sin.
The life of a nation, as opposed to those of a few sacrifices. There can be no comparison. The ignorant masses only care about their own personal happiness. I am merely granting that for them. That is the social reform that only I, as the one chosen by God, can enact.
I can't believe you look down on everyone else so harshly.
I'd never accept a leader who makes a teenager murder people.
That's a good point.
You say it's for the country, but I bet it's all for yourself.
Yes.
Nobody would wish for something like that.
Nobody? Then why was I chosen? Why are they surrendering the seat of Prime Minister to me?
The argument against that is that they didn't know.
Everyone denies the value of hard work these days. Instead, they seek to effortlessly gain wealth. That is why I must re-establish this mighty country. One that does not waver. One that others bow to.
Mighty my ass! That's just a crooked country made by a crook!
We cannot let you do this. You are a disgrace to Japan. Hence, we will take your deranged heart.
Those who disobey me must be eliminated. However, considering the loss of Akechi, it would be a waste to kill those who are actually capable. I will allow you to choose between life or death, one last time. Devote your power to my social reform. I will give you anything you want, be it wealth or status.
Do you mean it?
It was nothing but flattery. Did you truly believe I would welcome you to my side?
I mean, honestly, we are a risk for you, for sure. But it is so funny that it's not even our group being like, what the hell? It's like, hey, do you mean it? And she's like, no, what? I thought you were heroes. I love that even he's like, that's some dumb shit you just said.
Dangerous elements such as yourselves must be disposed of immediately. It seems the ignorant masses are doomed to remain as such. I thought you were smarter than that. This is unfortunate. I have no choice but to eliminate you all. A small leak will sink a great ship. Great nations have fallen to such lenience. I'll not make such incautious mistakes!
There's tons of them! Since when?
Let me make myself clear. Do not think of me as you did my foolish son who acted so brashly. You little... Die! Without further delay!
Our leader's gone through shit because of you! It's on!
Any who stand in my way. There is no need for thieves in my mighty country.
I really like his design, like
Only
his
myself
boss
and the
designs.
ones who revere me are needed.
Risking our lives to stop rotten adults. That's why we're Phantom Thieves.
I don't remember if you're resistant to physical. You are. Cool.
Come at me.
Persona.
This is probably going to take a second, so I might as well concentrate.
Are you scared?
Let's go.
Let's go ahead and increase this for everyone. Do 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 do.
Take that.
I won't go easy.
Nice moves,
And
Fox.
stay down.
All right, concentration available for you. Unfortunately, that takes a lot of MP, as well as isn't very effective. I did just concentrate, so I should be good to go for this.
Persona!
Persona. Prepare yourself.
I won't go easy.
That's a decent amount of damage there.
What?
Go. Power up.
Yeah, I think the bigger issue is that our attacks are draining too much of our SP.
Go down!
We're not very balanced on that end compared to the damage we're doing to him.
Persona. All right.
Let's go.
Persona.
Yeah, let's just give it to him. You can be our healer. The atomic flare, as much damage as it's doing, is a lot of SP.
Lowlifes.
We're gonna need that later.
I hope you understand what it means to turn your back on me.
Excuse
I
me.
don't want to understand.
Then you shall perish.
You shall regret these foolish actions against me in the afterlife!
It changed?
I will destroy you!
Let's go. You're mine.
Big mistake, fucko, opening yourself up to physical attacks.
Take this!
This is my other self.
Persona!
Trying to decide what to do. I think healing's actually probably overkill right now. Then again, the damage done to Fox was quite a bit, huh? Oh, nice dodge. Exactly what you needed.
Commander's on the ground! Are you okay? Oh, right, Queen!
Persona! Ravage them!
Panther got back up! Start the counterattack! Persona!
Yeah. So between the two of you healing us with the physicals right now, the second you open yourself up to physical attacks, you were fucked. If we're being honest. Because we are very much a physical-based team as of right now. We have two people who can do heavy lifting as far as magic goes. And honestly, my character can
manage this much.
Push him to shove. It just takes so much SP.
Why won't you stop resisting? The nation I strive for is the ultimate realization of the public's happiness.
It changed again?
The weak must be sacrificed for the sake of grand ideals. That is the natural order of this world.
I like that it keeps changing as well. I think it's very cool, but I think it also shows like the way that the public opinion keeps changing and can morph into whatever he needs it to in a way. Alright, probably not gonna last long enough for me to charge, if we're being honest.
Let's go.
I'll use my persona! How's this?
You only got one move that time? Why?
Go down.
Their way is a...
Ignorant masses!
I really like the way that his shadow portrait is drawn too.
It seems even thieves should not be taken lightly if they come in great enough numbers.
Once you're losing, you're putting all the blame on the masses, huh?
So, you're the one unifying them.
A touching reunion, isn't it?
The next time you crush a foe, I suggest you do it in a more certain manner.
Not that there'll be a next time for you.
Also, they're acting like he remembers this kid, but he doesn't. They're like he may come to realize, but like there's no way he'd recognize him on sight actually, because like I didn't matter.
You.
For him it was just a Tuesday, right?
You're more than just a member of the Phantom Thieves, aren't you?
Long time no see.
This ain't the first time you failed to finish this guy off.
Not even the second,
You took him
technically.
to court. and yet you don't remember? You truly don't care about the fate of others.
Yeah, no, guys, come on.
Wait. Could you be the one from back then? That damn brat who showed up and stood against me when I was with that woman! I see. So it truly is you. What an interesting turn of fate. But your efforts will be worthless in the end.
What?
Small sacrifices are inescapable for those wishing to be powerful, competent leaders. How would you ever reach your destination if you stopped to count every ant you crushed on the road?
Not the way I would have phrased it, but yeah, like when you consider all the amount of people like he's wronged and all the amount of people that he's like had to fight against and all of that, like I think it's actually quite narcissistic to assume he'd just remember you. Like, of course you remember him, he ruined your life, but like he's living his own existence. Why would you even factor into what he remembers, right?
Are you saying that the people you killed deserve to die? He's totally insane.
I wouldn't expect the ignorant masses of this country to understand. Thus, I will offer proof. By forcefully crushing the Phantom Thieves! I erase any who stand in my way.
What was that in the game? There's like a slice of a frame in there.
What is this power? Careful! Those muscles aren't just for show!
Alright, and we did not heal.
Go down!
Let's do this! Eat this!
Let's go. I lend it.
Persona!
Much thanks.
I won't go easy.
Keep shaking.
Are you
Come! Ravage them!
Maybe I should have done oratorio.
Take this!
I am thou.
Please don't be too afraid. Yeah, okay.
Persona!
Decision.
Let's go.
Thank you.
I won't go easy.
Can we really do this?
Let's go.
Oh, that's stat debuffs, not... Alright, that's fine. So this has been around 200. What does Meggy do? Just out of curiosity. 194, so about the same.
Let's go. Prepare yourself.
Persona!
Not bad. But there is no reason for me to lose to thieves.
You're outnumbered. That's like a reason.
Support's on the way!
Nice. I don't have to heal this round.
Persona! Ravage them!
Oh, like significantly better. And I can't wait till the almighty boost. It may not actually proc in time for it to matter. Proc's not there. I may not level up in time for it to matter, I guess is what I meant.
Resistance is futile.
Keep shaking.
Ah, don't worry about it.
Go down!
these lowlife brats beating me?
I overleveled. I killed the Reaper.
Now's our chance. Let's take
a
his
lot.
Don't think you've won. The power held by the most elite is what rules over our society.
It would have been really cool. Like, I understand why it can't happen due to like how, you know, narratives are structured. I need a cough. Give me a sec. It would have been really cool if there was a fight where like the point is to fight long enough to distract them to steal the treasure, kind of like what it was in the very first one with Kamoshida. I wish they revisited that concept. Sorry, just needed to appreciate the music for a second because that's so dope. But like where the idea is like fighting them to get to the treasure. Like I know they all need their moment of like realization and to return back to themselves. And potentially that's what actually makes the change of heart work, not just the stealing the treasure. But it would be cool if like there was a version where we steal the treasure and have them chase us down throughout the palace of us having to retreat. If we get caught in like a fight with other shadows, like the boss would show back up, and it would be like a boss that like, because we can't actually kill them, it'd be like a boss that like even if we defeat it would start to regen health and come after us again or something, you know. It'd be cool. And now I just realized I'm describing Undyne from Undertale, so never mind.
It's vexing that I have to use this on some foolish brats. But I will educate you through and through.
He's still gonna come at us?
Let's take his heart.
Did you hear that, Shido? No way. He's even stronger now?
Die.
But you didn't draw anything for that version of him?
Ravage them.
Let's do this! Go!
Let's go.
Yeah, I figured you'd be shaken, but Makoto, I thought so. That should have been when you recovered.
Much thanks.
Let's strike them down now.
All right, Queen!
Then stay down.
Boss got knocked down. Come on, stay together.
Go easy.
That's unfortunate that I go first, but it is what it is.
How undignified. I am thou.
Let's go.
I won't go easy.
All right, Queen!
Then stay down. Then stay
Is on
down.
the ground. Are you okay?
I won't go easy.
Damn it. What?
Then stay down.
Joker's speed has been lowered. Hammer got back up. Start the counterattack. Persona.
Yeah, let's concentrate for you, actually, to give us the Masakunda back.
Fox's speed has dropped.
Not bad.
Queen, your agility's been lowered. Persona. Okay.
Oh, it's take them down now this time. Good to know.
Resistance is futile.
Being able to charge and then do that on the same turn is kind of bullshit, which is only outbalanced by the fact that we're over leveled.
Let's do this. Eat this.
This is my other self.
Persona!
I appreciate it.
Thank you!
Resistance is futile. It seems you still don't understand what happens when you defy me. I will destroy you with my own 2 hands. I won't go easy. And stay down! This world belongs to me.
That's taken out! Medic!
Persona!
Impressive.
Everyone's Persona really low! Can someone heal?
I should have something to resurrect, right? Yeah, that'll do.
I apologize. Let's go.
You're probably dead this round, but if I did Atomic Flare. But I don't remember if there's another stage after this. I don't think so.
I won't go easy.
God damn it. I wanted Fox to survive. Oh well. I'm not about to waste my turn reviving him. Oh, I was supposed to block the other turn. I just straight up took his attack because I was over leveled. I thought that was a blunder that just worked out because I was strong. Oh, I'm so dumb. Like, I was like, it's still impressive that it almost killed like all 3 of my teammates. And only 2 of them survived because of the social link that we were at. And then, oh God, I'm so dumb. What really got it was the fact that, you know, I lifted weights is what got us there. Got us through that fight. Oh, I'm crying. That's so funny.
Lose.
For causing countless mental shutdowns in others, you will atone with your life.
Don't you got something to say to our leader before you go passing out?
Yes. I acknowledge that I incriminated you on false charges. I did it to protect myself. I'm so sorry for
Why is beating them up always enough for them to be sorry for what they've done? See, like, that's the part I don't get. I guess it could be like, since it's like the worst side of themselves mentally, like beating that worst side down enough for the conscious to kind of take over the worst side of them. Like, I guess could be the argument there.
It feels as though it's been quite some time since I have felt sincerely apologetic.
Atonement is what matters.
That may be good. So, I've been defeated.
Sir! No. Did they succeed? Hey! Yes, sir. Will I really be able to kill the Phantom Thieves if I take that?
According to Wakaba Ishiki's research, temporarily collapsing a palace will take down anyone inside it as well. The abrupt nature of the collapse means they will be unable to escape without extreme luck. However, the only way to purposely erase a cognitive world is by halting biological activity. In other words, this medicine will temporarily kill you. There are great risks involved.
Anything will do. Give it to me.
Ah.
Now, they're done for.
How reckless of him!
We must be sure to transfer him at once if anything goes wrong.
Wait, why a wheel? And it's for a ship?
I must steer this country. If I don't, who will?
What's arrogance?
I...
What the? Huh?
An explosion? But we haven't taken the treasure yet. We'll talk later. Come on.
Yeah, no. Good call, Morgana. For once, you are right about this.
Huh? Didn't we come from this way?
We can't get through like...
Just jump off the top of the ship.
Hey, Oracle!
The ship is exploding. But why?
That's not the time.
What kind of sloppy explanation is that?
I don't know what's happening either. Something might have happened to Shido in the real world.
What do you mean, something?
Now's not the time. Morgana was right.
Standing around here isn't going to help.
Have this yeah, exactly. Have this conversation. Like, I get maybe it would have been hard to do or something to have them, but I think that it would be so funny to have this conversation as they're running down like this hallway, like as a joke of how long and tedious these hallways were, right? Like just have one really long one that they're running down while talking about this. That way we don't have the complaint of like, why are we standing around having this discussion?
Oracle,
right? At least have that.
Routes? I'm looking, but what about that way?
And then they could come to the corner and see this.
Our path.
Still, where else can we go?
Crap! This side too!
Are we sinking? We are not gonna die like this!
All right.
We're gonna die! I don't know how to swim!
Oh, that's very funny.
We just gotta get there.
It's too far. We won't reach it in time.
I got this. Huh? Hang tight. I'll nab the boat.
Ryuji!
It's now or never. Here it goes!
That's a pretty sky. Probably would have done all right in the long jump too, huh? Apparently. Is that what it's called?
Ryuji!
I mean, he's gonna have to drop eventually into the water. He should just dropped into the water and treaded for a bit. I guess if he'd done that, he would have died in that explosion, huh?
No way. It can't be. Come on, what the hell, Ryuji?
Persona lost its stomach for killing party members. It pisses me off.
We're back. Ryuji! He didn't make it out.
And it's like so obvious how this is set up. Like, it's not a spoiler. He survives, right? The reason it's not a spoiler is because of the way that was set up. Like, it didn't have the narrative weight of a sacrifice having to be made, right? In addition to that, like, it hasn't set up that someone's going to die. So, like, it doesn't have the narrative weight to say, oh, this is what's going to happen, you know?
We gotta go back! That's impossible.
This isn't funny at all.
He was our fastest runner, too!
Like, and I never got this part because, like, what is there? Correct me if I'm wrong, and if I forgot that they covered this, but what's there to prevent someone from exiting from a different spot in the metaverse, right? Like, I understand that part of that is that, oh, hey, we want to know where we're coming in and out from, similar to the situation in Persona 4, where it's like, knowing where we are keeps us safe. But in case of emergency, why does it have to be that entrance point, like that exact spot, right? Because we know we've entered the metaverse from other spots, right? Like with Kaneshiro, right? And how we entered initially from the regular city, or like even the castle in our very first one with Kamoshida, right? Like, why can't we? I mean, I guess we never exited from different spots like that I can remember. No, we did, because we exited it from the sky in Kaneshiro's. So yeah, like, we don't have to exit from the same spot every time. So why can't we? So, like, in a case of emergency like that, get as close to the entrance as you can so that way we're not trespassing or whatever. But there's no reasonable reason to think that he would have died there, or like, if he they should have gotten that close. They didn't need the boat. They could have gotten to where they got and then exited from there, and maybe that puts them behind a gate or something, but that puts them pretty close, right? The only reason that to think that Ryuji would have been dead would have been because of the explosion that he was holding on to. But otherwise, like, you shouldn't expect him to be dead because the palace is collapsing, because he could have left. Which is, you know, spoiler, what he did.
Treasure.
It's a legislator's pen.
Man, that was close.
I think it would have been awesome though if he did just die there without, like,
disappear normally.
I think it would have been awesome if he did die there instead, and like have that really drive home like the stakes we've been fighting with, where it is sudden and like feels like an undercut of like, oh, like we didn't expect that, you know?
What?
Didn't you die?
What? I got blasted out from the explosion. When I woke up, I was lying on the grass.
See, like even just being inside, like when the palace collapses, it just spits you out wherever you are, apparently, because he didn't even have to be awake to come back from the other side.
I mean, ain't I alive? What's this? Your crying face is so not cute.
It's your damn fault!
What did I do?
We were worried about you! You troublemaker!
Wait, what's this about? Hold on, okay? Come on, I almost kind of died. You guys are joking, right?
Well, I think this part gets a lot of shit, and I think partially rightly, because he may have a concussion and that could have killed him or paralyzed him. That slap, right? But like, I understand that it's being played for comedic purposes. I also understand that like him being like, "Oh, your crying face is so uncute," is like uncalled for, like an unnecessary foul. You know what I mean? But also like, you know, I don't think you can. There's a lot of rage when you think that somebody died. There can be, and then it turns out that like it's not. They didn't actually, but those feelings are still there. That grief that you felt and anger, that doesn't disappear because the person turns out to have survived, right? So then they're left with these feelings, but like now the outlet is like before there wasn't an outlet, now there is, even if it's unjust. You know, it does suck, and I understand that it's played for jokes,
I'm feeling
but
a bit hungry.
Why don't we stop by somewhere before going home?
Then I want sauteed foie gras. We're in reality right now, you know.
yeah, that sucks though. That does suck, to be clear.
Sir! What have I... Huh?
Is the medicine still affecting you?
Medicine?
Should we get him to a hospital?
We should probably wait and see a little longer.
I must atone.
No! Was his heart changed?
Yeah, there's no way he
The
gets
temporary
he
death
gets
serum not work?
assassinated.
Sir! If he's had a change of heart, will he blab everything about us?
Yeah, there's no way he survives. He gets assassinated here.
Everything will be ruined!
What are we supposed to do about his campaign?
Announce that he's not feeling well.
Arrange a hospitalization in absolute secrecy. Don't let anyone near him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Keep the media out! Damn it, we have to do something!
What the?
Judging from his lacerations, it would appear he was kidnapped, then killed at another location, and...
Sojiro! Don't tell me. I'm gonna get angry if you don't come out. Sojiro!
Hey, didn't know you guys were back.
You're the same as Ryuji!
What are you talking about? I was taken to that asshole Shido's place. They suddenly told me I could go home. That's thanks to his change of heart, right?
Something like that.
Thought as much. They had me blindfolded the whole time, so I've got no idea where they took me. Though it sounded like they were oddly bustling about.
Looks like it's going well.
Man, my handsome mug was nearly ruined. That's all fine and dandy. But they really did a number on this place. Sorry to bother you two when you're tired, but I need you to help me clean up.
We just have to wait like usual now.
Will you allow me to save before the day changes? Hopefully, maybe. We finally did it.
We've done all that we can.
We started this off with a huge announcement this time after all. I can't wait for the results. But all that popularity doesn't matter anymore. Right, things like approval ratings are important now. Yeah, we definitely did the right thing for society. We just gotta be proud about it, right? Don't get cocky. I know, don't worry about me. All that's left is to wait calmly for the results. All right, we should act as normal as we can while we were waiting too. Will you yell at me if I try to go downstairs? Yes. All right.
Oh. Well then.
Now all we have to do is wait for a change of heart. Tonight you can take it easy. I have a feeling that, yep. Yep.
I've reconsidered my opinion of you, inmate. The look on your face seems to be that of a man who has accomplished a great deed.
To think you would use the trap set against you to entrap them. I've never seen a dramatic resurgence such as that. Truly marvelous. Those are the only words I can think of to describe you.
You're exaggerating.
Perhaps this was easy for you. You've even overcome a mysterious misfortune. There should be no one left to hinder your rehabilitation. Your rehabilitation will be completed shortly. That is, if everything goes well, without any problems.
Damn, how many times have I had this dream? Or could it be that it's not a dream at all? My memories aren't any closer to coming back to me. But maybe, but might there be something I'm supposed to remember? If I'm really not human, if the truth that comes to pass down in the depths of Mementos, could be that I'll... Mac. The recording would be ruined. I know it's another day. I realized I didn't finish that thought. Today is the day the school was founded, so you have the day off from school. How convenient. Wonder if you'll be able to gather information you'll need to catch the killer. Is it gonna have me actually run around? Fucking fine. Well, newsflash to them, the cinema's not your makeout spot. Oh, it's Christmas this month. No wonder our butcher shop is so busy. Sitting up. Christmas, huh? Oh, can we help you with something? Ask about the incident that occurred in Inaba in spring. I think I heard about it. Yeah, I saw it on the news. Or did I? Inaba, huh? Here, the steaks are good in Inaba. Never heard, Eat the red one. The taste is a harmony of tomatoes and sweet bean, a red bean. Local farmer and patissier decided to help me out. I'm trying to create a hit. Once I do, I'll take it back to my company. Huh? Was there something you wanted to ask? I think there's a report like that in the news. There, someone better will come along. There's something you wanted to ask me. Did something happen? Oh, sorry, I don't remember. All right. I already know who and what it is. I don't want to have to gather information. I know. Can I help you? About those murders, the incident? Still wonder what happened. It was a pretty big deal, wasn't it? I'd almost completely forgotten about that. Wow, I must be getting old, huh? What is it? What are you talking about? You explained the incident involving Saki and Yamano, Did that happen just last spring? Wow, seems like so long ago. I don't remember something from that far back anyway. Yep. Biological weapon? It was Junes. That's right, Junes. The country of Junes is staging an all-out attack on Inaba. That's funny. You know, about that first murder, I wonder why it happened. Let's ask around and gather as much information as we can. Just with the fog and all. Guy just ignored me and walked off. I know it wasn't personal, but it kind of hurt. Damn fog. Hurry up and go away. Hey, listen to that. Reset came and spoke to me. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I asked her for an autograph and the type of guy she's into. Anyways, what do you want? I'm sure you see how busy I am. About those murders. Are you done asking questions? Go away. I actually remember. Oh yeah, that guy in the bear suit from Junes. But nobody's seen him yesterday or today. He's loved by so many people. Where the heck could he have gone? But rumors they hear from friends on TV get remembered for a long time. Why is that? It's been a while since the first two incidents. Do you think we'll find anyone who still remembers them? Oh, you have a question for me? About those murders. A little while ago, they said the suspect was caught. It was in the newspaper. It was Namatame. I remember seeing him around from time to time. Oh, how horrible. It really does frighten me. I don't recall seeing any other strange people. I'm sure he's the culprit. Poison. I got freaked out too. Can I buy one? At the masks? Yeah. Am I outside? When I'm at home, I just see more news about the murders. I thought I'd stay out here and watch the sunset. First, I'm gonna watch TV when I go home anyway. Even though I can't see the sunset because of all this fog. I hate it. It's so depressing. About those murders. Oh, come on. Don't make me more depressed. They said they, okay. Recall anyone suspicious? It's a small town. If there's anyone suspicious, there'd be rumors going all over. But at least I haven't heard any news or rumors such as that, so I'd say there's no such person. No, I don't think I've any seen suspicious people except for you, who's interrupting my conversation with Visette. Recall anyone suspicious? No, I don't think I've seen any. I mean, this is a pretty small town. Can I help you? Recall anyone suspicious? Oh wait, I think she's just why didn't you ask her? Shit. So why didn't you ask her? Okay. First, we need to retrace our steps. That would be the simplest way. Saki Konishi and Mayumi Yamano. There should be a commonality between the two. Surely there were some witnesses. Any scrap of data could be useful, no matter how small. Someone told you I saw suspicious? Oh, that! You remember Saki Konishi, don't you? You know, she passed away a little while ago. She told me how Namatame person came up to her one day and started spouting all this craziness. Something about the TV. I wonder what that was all about. His relation to Saki? Hey, I don't know what you're implying, but you've got it all wrong. Saki was a good girl. Just that people misunderstood her. It seems the thing that was a misunderstanding. Alright, so not helpful. Gotcha. My wife is all business as usual, but I'm a little worried. By the way, do you need anything? Recall anyone suspicious? Anyone who's particularly suspicious? I guess I'll ask you about the murders. Yeah. Hey, old man. I don't know. Out in the country, if there's anyone strange walking around, everyone would know about it right quick. Okay. Cool. I could use that. Sure. I guess I'll stop going to my mother-in-law's house after all. Alright, that's it? Yeah. So let's see if anyone suspicious is mentioned over here. I guess. Okay, no. So I guess I'll check out the shrine. Because I'm pretty sure that's like one of the last places. Unless it's like asking the shop people too, but no. Oh, nope, goodbye. Oh, nope, hello. Hi. Know everything about bugs. Okay, not what I cared about. It's nice not to have the girls chasing me around, but it's boring because I can't play soccer now. Didn't know I could come back here. Interesting. Alright, so maybe I am supposed to stop by. Who do you think you are? I am. My throat kind of hurts. It feels bad. No, wait, I meant to talk to you after selling all that shit. Who'd lost her husband. I found these strange letters and what about their love letters? Don't you think it's strange? Throwing them away is a bit cold. Turning them to the owner is also kind of an admission of reading them. Oh! I didn't realize I was gated. That's good. Good accidental talking to. Oops. Oops-a-doo. I've been feeling poorly recently. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba, do I have to talk to you guys again? Alright, so wasn't that... Alright, Do I go back to the Junes and tell the friend that it was a misunderstanding? I literally talked to everyone on this fucking street. We're already 2 hours into this record. I skipped P5 because I wanted to see if I'd have enough time to do the palace in there. And so I'm gonna have to go back to do P5 vanilla. And it's looking increasingly like the answer to that is no. Nope, I don't think so. Because I don't think I can ask the old guy. Oh, okay. I even know you. You're the kid who stayed at Tojima's house. Yeah, okay. So I should talk to the people who have those over their head. God damn, I don't know. Like, I'm getting legitimately frustrated. All right, I'll re-ask all the people out here, I guess. Oh my God. She was in a hit and run, but they couldn't tell who it was because of the fog. But she was right, wasn't she? That fog is dangerous. I need it. Yes, okay, I did ask you for that. Okay. I already talked to you. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I guess look up a guide. Okay, so what this fucking guide said, right? Because I also need to edit, right? So I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. Running on a feeling, yeah. but North Lane, I think, was actually on one of my most listened to artists, which was weird. Or I think it was in my most listened to genre. Or it was for like a month. My Spotify Raptor just came out. You know, it's a lot of it really shifted because it was like mall goth metalcore or whatever, and then the next one it was like bougie football something, which was like, oh, a lot of Kendrick, a lot of Tyler the Creator. But like the month before with the mall goth thing, it was like, oh, a lot of Bring Me the Horizon and Bad Omens and Era, and then like after that it was like Cyberpunk Crush or something like that, and it was like North Lane, Periphery, and all that. So it's a lot of metal with like 1 month break of my rap, which you can imagine was during the beef. But you know, I'm already a fan of rap. You know, I already like Tyler the Creator, and like, you know, him putting out the album definitely boosted those numbers. And, you know, obviously a huge fan of Kendrick. So, so, you know, they were already part of my regular listening diet, as you'd put it. Yeah, so apparently you need to ask both questions, not just one or the other, which is dumb. Because you don't even get information. So just have us talk to everybody and choose one of the questions, right? Because it doesn't even tell us anything. Meet up with your friends after you finish gathering information.
I'm seriously pooped.
I have this weird, like, because I very distinctly remember this day and this part right here. My first time playing through it. Can't remember, like, because I played it 3 times, and the second time I was in Japan, and I think that's kind of overlapping because I have a vague recollection of starting, like, getting to this point, and it was like winter in real life. Or no, it was like summer in real life, is what I meant to say. Like inverse seasons. And I remember feeling like super cold because of like the snow and the fog and stuff, and then going outside and it being like super hot. It was just like this weird sense memory I remember having.
This stuff's a lot harder when you don't have a badge to flash. I walked around all day and didn't hear anything good.
It was the same for me. There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit.
Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions and couldn't get them onto the main subject at all. The killer must be pretty good to have pulled this off without being seen by anyone in this small town.
What should we do?
Well, 1 steak bowl, please!
That's not what I meant. But then again, I guess we might as well take a break. I'll have a crab and egg fried rice.
That sounds so good.
I'll have roast pork
crab
ramen with
fried
extra noodles.
rice? Fucking hell, I want that. Y'all finished eating the dishes that you ordered.
Oh, now that our tummies are full, let's share what we learned, even if it wasn't much.
You spoke with everyone about the information you gathered today.
So, to sum up, there really was no new information. The end?
The police had an unusually large number of officers in their initial investigation of the first 2 incidents. To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult indeed, now that over half a year has passed. There wasn't a single report of suspicious persons being witnessed to begin with. Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't, but otherwise the conditions are the same.
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept ranting about the damn fog.
Yeah, that or the Midnight Channel. I asked around about Teddy too, but no one's seen him. Gee, I wonder where he could have gone.
Do you have anything, Naoto? Any new, deductions?
Without any new data to work with, there isn't much I can do.
Not a fucking computer. Just continue to think. You'll come up with something. Sorry, I don't mean to be that like dismissive or aggressive, especially towards Naoto, love of my life, who I'm not romancing. But like...
But there must be someone in town who meets all the criteria for this case. The killer must have a connection to both Saki-san and Miss Yamano, as well as be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent. Finally, it must be someone who could approach Senpai's house without arousing suspicion. I need some fresh air before I give it more thought. I'll be outside.
Just sitting here won't help you think any better. You decide to go outside to get some fresh air.
It's snowing. No wonder it's chilly.
Ugh, it's freezing out here. Maybe this'll help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing. Hey, is it snowing?
The three people who are actually kind of good at this thing. Because, like, remember, Yosuke actually did a pretty damn good job before Naoto took it to the next level. Which is part of, like, what I like about this game. Because, like, even though Naoto is, like, suited detective or whatever, right? The detective prince, like, it doesn't feel like an insane jump from, like, oh, regular people to someone who's obviously way smart student council president to hacker to, you know what I mean? Where everyone is like, the intelligence of the group is like exponential. And I think part of that is because Yosuke is like generally actually pretty smart.
Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it.
There must be something that's been overlooked. It's urgent that you get over the roadblock facing you. Those you need must have already been in your hands.
What's the matter?
You should go over everything you know one more time. The Cobra had some sort of connection with both Mayumi Yamano and Saki Kanishi. Judging by the warning letters, the culprit most likely knows about the other side and what you did there. Highly likely they also knew what Namatame was doing and stood back to watch. Who would know all these things? Another oddity about the case is that there are almost no witnesses. Both warning letters seem to have been delivered directly to your house, but no one saw anyone suspicious. No one unusual was seen around Mayumi Yamano or Saki Kanishi either. I remember, and I didn't bring this up at the time because I felt it would be a spoiler. Let's get to the answer first. But like, there's a thing that was just said that it feels very Ace Attorney. Either. Despite the police dispatching an unusually high number of officers to perform a thorough investigation, there must be someone in the small town who fits all the facts. And I get to choose. Teddy. Okay, so when I choose Toru Adachi. Okay, so I had actually solved this way beforehand. I don't exactly remember all of my thinking. I think it was literally just like, oh, I've seen enough thrillers and crime stuff to know that it's always a detective or a policeman. I think is honestly what it was. But then like you start to do his social link and it becomes clear that he has like a like antisocial personality thing, and like not that antisocial people are necessarily like that, but then yeah, that there were just like a lot of things like that where it was like, oh yeah, he's not. And I remember kind of what sealed it for me was when we were telling him about the TV stuff, like Well, so like part of it was like all the information he just freely gave us made him suspicious in my mind. And they treated it like him being bumbling, but I was like, no, obviously that's gonna be a twist, right? Is that he's not bumbling, he's actually a villain. And so that part was also suspicious. But then like when we told him about the TV, that's what like finally sealed it, is because like I remember his reaction not selling it really. But even before that, I had like been suspicious of him because of all the information he leaked to us. But then the part of my mind was like, you know, maybe that's just the mechanic to get us to have this information. You know, sometimes you need a character who's just going to do that and they're dumb, you know. Matsushita from Death Note, ass motherfuckers, right? And so like, yeah, sure. But I kind of had a suspicion that it was him. And so when the very first time it was like, oh, someone who could drive around and not be noticed. I one of the options there is a police car. And I selected that one. And they were like, no, you dumbass. And so then I was like, oh, okay. Like I guess it's a delivery truck and you know, Namatame. And I was like, oh, is this really where it's going? Rather than someone we could actually deduce, you know? Adachi may have been able to keep an eye on your actions. He would have been able to approach your house with ease, and he knows the area well. Thinking about it, you encountered him many times while investigating the case. You learned much about the police's movements from Adachi as well. There's no exact reason to doubt him, but something is bothering you. However, did you tell your friends about your suspicions about Adachi being the culprit? So this is where it can get interesting, because like I don't remember, I don't know if I ever saw the other ending, but like don't tell friends, protect Adachi, where you think you can max him out. I think I did, because like you do that and then you go and like it turns out you are the same kind of person or some shit like that. Like it's really interesting. But I'm gonna tell them. We're not going for that ending because again, it's nearly 3 hours in to this recording, and I'm going to be busy for the foreseeable future. If I even have the energy to record in the first place. So I need to get it going. I don't have time to record another alternate ending and then get back to this place, especially when I didn't save.
Huh?
Look at Adachi's name.
What about him?
Detective Adachi. A member of the police force. That is an interesting approach. It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports. It's the same reason no one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
This is a small town, so everyone must have known who he is. And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
Huh. Well, if you think of it that way, I guess it's possible. But we're talking about Adachi here, right? I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective. Are we really on the right track here?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi, I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Yeah?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak too...
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go back in.
Adachi-san? That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Miss Yamano and...
What? Was he at your inn when the announcer was staying there?
When Miss Yamano was staying at our inn, the media were swarming all over it. That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our waitress that fame could be rough.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
Huh. I wonder if he knew Ms. Yamano.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class. I found out this afternoon. But I thought, you know, that's just how cops are. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san, the one who found the announcer's body, on numerous occasions.
Yep.
I heard it was because there was so little information about the case at the time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san? Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places. And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, "Oops, I said too much," and clamming up. Was that all to throw us off the trail?
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mailbox either. Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him.
Various peculiarities had begun to cast a suspicious shadow on Adachi.
Then, is it really Adachi-san?
We need to confirm this.
This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible. This is Naoto Shirogane. Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now? Right, I see. Thank you.
What was that about a transport?
Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation. We must head there at once.
Things are moving quickly now. You feel that you're getting closer to the truth.
Huh? What are you guys doing here? Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
Jeez, with Namatame finally relocated, I was looking forward to going home.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering, you seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around. Didn't you guys think so too? Hey, what are you doing here anyway? Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing. Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here? Namatame's already been relocated. I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what? Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
Give me a break, Dojima-san.
Those first two murders have been bothering me.
He's not head detective for no reason.
His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid. We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony. But that part's still nagging at me.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
You're panicking a little too early, Adachi. I wish he had kept calm a little bit more. Because, he's not even quartered yet.
What's gotten into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
So, he probably is aware that we're not as suspicious of Namatame anymore. Seeing as how he caught us talking to him and leaving him alone and not, he probably... Honestly, he's the one who caught us as we were thinking about throwing him into the TV, right? So, he was probably waiting behind and then heard us say like, something's missing here. And it would have been reported to him that we talked to him a little bit the next day. And we're all in the room, even if he didn't get to hear what we talked about. So that's probably part of why he's like, okay, let's get him out of here because these kids no longer think it's him. Right? Plus, like, I don't know if he actually transferred him or threw him into the TV. I don't remember which one. But if he threw him into the TV and didn't just relocate him, then like he just did something that could get him caught red-handed when he's been using a proxy this entire time. And so that would put him on edge. So you know what? It's actually fairly reasonable.
Come on. I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job. You should get back to work too, Dojima-san. Your current assignment, get better as soon as possible.
And now he's trying too hard to be a good guy so it's not suspicious, but he's been a slacker this entire time. Slight mistakes that actually do make sense.
What are you all doing here?
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
Way to get aggressive at it. You should question Adachi. About Yamano vanished.
The time the announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything. That was months and months ago too. My memory's kinda hazy that far back. The time... I can't...
But no, Yukiko should interject there and be like, oh, but weren't you in charge of her transportation or whatever?
Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice. Was that all you wanted to ask? Well, I hope it helped.
About the warning letter.
Warning letter?
The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Hey, what do you mean you don't remember? I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind. Besides, that thing was just a prank, wasn't it?
I mean, to be fair, up until this point, that is a fairly good excuse, is because that was like right as Nanako got kidnapped and he had an accident. So that's actually pretty reasonable.
Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about?
See, now he can
Dojima-san,
feel it,
you really need to get back to your
the
bed.
net tightening.
That's why your wounds aren't healing.
And so like he needs to get the important part right now. I actually really like this. The important part is to get Dojima out of the way, right? Because if it's just kids are arguing against us, then he could just deny and use authority. But as long as Dojima is here witnessing it and present and also has some suspicions lingering in his mind and is on a similar track, as we're throwing suspicion at him, someone higher up, higher ranking with authority could start to suspect him. He needs to get him out of there. And then he could deal with the kids and answer the questions and whatever, right?
And you all need to go home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is? I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing, please. We know for certain now that the first two murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, do you have any idea who that might be?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
'Cause we think it might have been you.
What? That's ridiculous. We already know Namatame's the one who put them all in.
What did you just say?
Put them all in.
No, but he's been saying that he's threw him into a TV.
What's this putting them in business?
And he heard us confess to Dojima about the whole, you know, putting people into the TV. So like he could equate the two. He already kind of believed us, right? Like he said this before.
Do you know something about the method behind their murders? Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I see. Now I finally understand.
See, this is a dumb way to have him reveal himself because like we've already talked about it and like we don't have the choice to be silent in that in that interrogation because if you try to be silent with Dojima, he forces it out of you. And not like physically, but like I think it says like he grills you enough that you eventually tell him the truth or something like that. With Adachi right there. And Namatame has also been saying put them in. This is a dumb gotcha. Like I liked a lot of this leading up to it, and I think he was like starting to unravel enough to actually accidentally misspeak. But like we have proof that he actually did interact with Mayumi Yamano and Saki, and he just contradicted himself there. So like since you already have that contradiction, we brought up that contradiction in the scene before, and then he says it here. That's like a good way to get him to then accidentally slip up and say something. But this is like something he could reasonably have said.
To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident. At the time, I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow, then that settles it. How, I wonder, would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case. You had no reason to say such a thing. After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days. Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. Odd, that. What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
I don't know. I said I'm busy!
Wait, you son of a bitch! Adachi! Ah, damn it! Adachi!
Namatame's hospital room. Adachi isn't here either.
What the? I swear he ran this way. Damn it! Where the hell did he go?
Did you find him? I contacted security. Nobody's seen Adachi and there's no record of anyone leaving this area. So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
He's still here? But we looked! We didn't find him anywhere!
That bastard.
Come on, you guys. Like, it's right there. You're all staring at it. God damn it.
Dojima-san? For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
Sorry. I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages.
And like, I wish like this should be the moment where they reveal that the TV thing is true, right? But like, they should have been able to figure out it's the TV. Maybe Dojima even catches it as he starts to say something like that and then catches one of us looking inside or something.
Have you forgotten how much trouble it caused you last time?
You're right. Sorry. You've got to find Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
He hasn't left this ward yet? I don't think he would, but could he have...
Yeah, I think so. If he's the killer, he can go through, right? You mean he went in through here?
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there. If he does indeed turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
Let's go tomorrow.
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here. We're not 100% positive he used this TV, and on top of that, we don't know where it might lead. Let's go in from Junes like always. It'll be fine.
So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
The extremely suspicious Detective Adachi, take another step closer to the truth. He split up for today and all went back home. This seems you've come to the Velvet Room in your dreams again. But something seems different this time. You don't see Igor, Margaret, or Teddy. Teddy is sitting here, not noticing your presence.
Where am I? Sensei? Why are you here?
I could ask you the same.
I see. How mysterious.
Oh, you can literally see like a little GPS there. That's so funny.
There are so many things
I think it's
don't
like a
know
weather
about.
thing actually, but still.
But I did realize something. I've been thinking all this time about who I really am. But I couldn't find the answer. I was no one from the start. Humans live in the other world, and shadows live in this world.
I mean, to be fair, we all start as no one and then build on top of that to become who we are.
From the beginning.
So like, that's all you need to
there
do is
was
keep
to
building
it.
on top of yourself.
I was just a shadow in that world.
How'd you get here?
I figured something out. That day at the hospital, I realized that I really can't do anything. As soon as I thought that, I lost consciousness. Then when I woke up, I was inside the fog. Shadows can't stay in the human world. They aren't allowed. I walked and walked, but there was nothing all around me. Just when I started thinking that I couldn't go anywhere, I heard the noise of a car. And then I was here. I remember lots of things now. My world is a place shaped by human thoughts. One day, a shadow living in that world awakened to human emotions. But humans and shadows are completely different entities. So he made himself forget that he was a shadow. He wanted to forget. He wanted people to like him. And that's how he came to look like this. I really am stupid.
Yeah, but like, I know in this game we haven't learned, but like we've learned via previous, I shouldn't say previous, other games, that like, it's the human emotions and sense of self that creates shadows and personas. And so you have already gained your own sense of self, which we have proof of because you had a shadow that you confronted into becoming a persona. So like functionally, you are no different than, let's say, a dog or a cat or a robot.
What the other Teddy said before, in the end, it was all true.
Yeah, but you already conquered that, right? If you give into it now, does your... So I guess that raises a good question, is like, if you go back to not conquering the truth and facing your own self like that, because like he's acting like he did face it, but now he's acting like he's facing it for the 1st time. It's weird.
No matter how much I search for myself, I have no self.
No, I mean, you've already started to develop your own sense of self. Like, again, proof is in the pudding. You had a shadow, you have a persona, and that's because you have a sense of self. No one has like this core person that they are, right? No one has this like, oh, I'm from the beginning until the end, I was this, right? Each person is just like a stack upon a stack upon a stack of, of their experiences and their thoughts and their emotions. And maybe your stack's a little smaller than everyone else's, but like you're still that stack of self, right? And like to a degree, you could argue for like determinism in the idea that like who we are and everything we're gonna do is already in motion because of the factors of like when we were born, who we're born to, and then how those people treated us, which are a result of the way that they were raised and the things that they went through. And so like from the time that we had conscious thought, we were already set in motion. You could argue that like that act of that motion, due to all these variables that are happening, means that nothing will functionally you could look at it in a deterministic way of like, oh, what's going to happen is already it's set in motion to happen because it's the culmination of the stuff that's propelling us forward, the inertia of the human experience, right? And so you could look at it that way. Absolutely. And that's how I tend to think of things myself. But like that doesn't stop you from making decisions because you're still in the process of being in motion at all times. And while the decision you're eventually going to make is probably already factored in based off of all the different factors in your brain of like, oh, here's my experiences that put me into the situation in the first place. Here's like the pathways I've trained in my brain to, have these. You still have to make the decision for yourself, ultimately, even if that was the decision you were always going to make. Both things are true at the same time, right? And like even having this information and like change or like being able to change, you were always going to be capable of change. And so like, and now you're in that process of change that's going to change the way that you approach things, but that was going to happen either way because of the different factors that push you to change yourself, right? So like both things can be true at the same time. But like in the same way that both those things are true at the same time, both things can be true that like there is no core self of like, I am this little nugget of information deep inside of myself, or this little piece of me is the core of who I am, right? Because that's not how people function. That's not how they've ever functioned. Like you are the culmination of the things that brought you to this moment and the things that you will choose to do in the future. And so in that way, Teddy is already no one has a self in that way, right? Like to take from the name of the fucking game, like personas, like we each have different faces that we project to different people in different aspects of ourselves, right? But they're all aspects of ourselves. They're not, no version of yourself is ever going to be the true core self, right? You are the culmination of all your different selves that you project to other people and to yourself.
No me to begin with.
No, the idea that you're not some hive mind. You've already, even if all the shadows were a hive mind and with the collective subconscious, which is a whole other thing, even if that was true, you've already self-identified and maybe there's no you to begin with, but there is a you now. Does it matter that you didn't start that way? I don't think it matters that you started that way. It matters that you are that way now.
I'm just a shadow that took a different form so humans would like me. It would have been better if I had never remembered, but I did. I'll probably turn back to a regular shadow soon. Oh yeah, Sensei. One day, when you meet Nana-chan in heaven, apologize for me. Tell her I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Tell her I'm really sorry.
Nanako is alive. I don't think he necessarily saved her. But
Really?
you told Teddy about how Nanako came through.
Nana-chan's. Wow, that's wonderful. I'm so glad.
So there's a fan theory. And I don't, it's not like spoilers or anything. As far as I'm aware, but I've heard this fan theory that I'm actually kind of a little partial to, is that like, Teddy was Nanako's shadow, which is really depressing if you frame it in the way of like how he just wanted to be liked, but like by getting the emotions and being interacted with by us, it started to form his own sense of self and start to deviate from Nanako a bit until he became his own thing. But that he started as Nanako's shadow is like a fan theory that, you know, is kind of fun and makes sense why he's like so connected to her. And like, you know, people have pointed out that like a lot of the sexual innuendo at the start of the game is like him not actually understanding the sexual innuendo because he's just following along with all these teenagers making sex jokes. And he's like, I don't get it, but okay. And then like as he develops into his own person, it's a little bit more like, oh, I do understand, and this is like, you know, he developed his own self.
Glad that I could at least hear that. My heart feels so much lighter now. I'm starting to feel sleepy. What a strange place. It feels so soothing. It's not like my world. Something just feels so nostalgic about this place. Could this be your dream world, Sensei?
Something like that.
Uh-huh. But I wonder why I met you here. What am I supposed to do now?
You can stay here.
Yeah. Thanks. No matter how hard I think, there's too many things my little brain can't understand. But I do understand one thing now. I'm glad that I met you, Sensei.
You can sense Teddy's pure and deep gratitude. I was about to say pure and cheap gratitude, and that definitely wasn't correct. That was definitely the wrong one. Teddy's social link has reached its maximum level. You have mastered the Teddy social link. Your power to create personas of the Star Arcana have reached its maximum. But your persona doesn't actually change? Or did it and I just didn't know because I never used you?
But I have to get going. This is your place. It doesn't seem like somewhere that I'd be allowed to stay. Goodbye, Sensei.
Well, you know it, Teddy is gone, and Igor, Margaret, and Marie are sitting there once again.
It seems the words in your memory weren't the only things you summoned here. This is a room for guests who have an ego that can be nurtured.
Exactly.
Shadows, mere fragments broken off from the ego, have no place here. The water's strength has moved a single stone that had stopped, returning it once again into the flow. Very interesting.
Igor has a meaningful smile on his face.
Well now, it's about time we departed once again. This vehicle is still on its journey. There is no reason to tarry here for long. Margaret?
We're ready to go. Let us depart.
You are every inch the guest I had anticipated. Now it's time for you to return. I am even more intrigued now as to where this is all headed.
We'll be waiting for your next visit.
You ever hear a conversation? Did you hear about Ryoji in Class 2F? No, I didn't. What happened to him? His parents got transferred again, so he won't be around anymore. So that's why I didn't see him. Well, that was sudden. Classes ended for today. Alright. I have a sneaking feeling. No, actually, I actually don't think that Mitsuru will be available today, huh? Please, just go to the next room. Yeah. Alright. And I don't think Student Council's available today, because that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh wait, no, I can bully a child today. Today is Child Bully Day. Oh, you can pick this time. Oh, it's you. Never mind, there's no point in asking someone else. No, there isn't. Sorry, forget I even said anything. Brutal. Brutal. You overhear a conversation. Ryoji left. No, I didn't. His parents transferred. Oh, so that's why I see him. I feel bad that I didn't talk to more of the NPCs throughout these playthroughs, because I think they're a lot of fun. But like, these playthroughs are insane. I think anyone watching can attest to. But like, they're a bad idea and no one should do them. And so, you know, with that in mind, it's like, how do you say, like, that's why I can't like talk to a lot of them. I think even if I did an individual playthrough, I feel like self-conscious during playthroughs, because like I'll stop and discuss and do stuff like this where like I'll put the controller down and I'm talking with my hands, but like I feel self-conscious if I explore too much outside of like talking to all the NPCs and doing all this. I know some people really love that shit, right? And when I play by myself, you best know that I'm talking to everybody who's available. But like when it's for making content, like I feel self-conscious of like if I'm saying this kind of stuff, it's like to provoke conversation and have discussions with anybody who does comment, or if not, like to just discuss. But like I don't, when it's talking to NPCs and just voicing their dialogue, like it feels like it's slower than it slows progression, and I think that turns off a lot of people. I think even me stopping and discussing right now this type of thing turns off a lot of people. But like I'm never gonna stop doing that, because I think that's what separates me from you know, anyone else who does this type of thing. You know, not separates me from them, because everyone else does this, but like the individual is what makes a playthrough, right? And so like highlighting the individual I think is important, is what I meant. Not like, oh, I'm so unique because I share my thoughts. But you know, like it's a person that draws the playthrough, so like I'm just sharing my thoughts on. Are you scared? No, I'm not really scared. I just can't seem to comprehend all that has happened. I would grow stronger after my father died, but I thought I would grow stronger, but I haven't. Okay, so just I would grow stronger. Oromaru, please hang out with me. I'm about to run out of stuff to do. Like, legitimately about to run out of stuff to do. I guess time to go to movies? Time to get part-time job? Anybody who's playing the games, who's played these before, anything you guys want me to do that I've skipped over, whether it seems I know about it or whether I've like mentioned that I know but I've skipped over it, like let me know in the comments right now what you want me to do in this game in particular. And for some people, you know, you're gonna be too late because of the recording schedule, but anyone who's watching this currently, please let me know of things to fill my day with for FemC route, because like with the exams coming up and nighttime and all this, like I'm kind of boxed in. I guess Mitsuru will become available soon. No, wait,